In the morning, Cedo's companions were all curious to know what such a sweet innocent was doing sharing their dormitory.
"This here sherry is for those who ain't got a suit to their name."
Cedo said nothing. The women looked to her like brightly coloured parrots, their haggard faces painted with rouge, their hair tangled and matted with grime.
"She would have made you a bit in your house to sit, eh, Madeline?"
said one of them, laughing.
"What do you bet she's never lain with a man?" "Leave her alone!"
came a voice Cedo recognised from the previous night. An Amazon of a woman came forward.
"Go on, shut up, the lot of you! She don't need to hear your vulgar tongues!"
At once all the women fell away. Cedo said quietly, "Thank you, madame."
"They call me La Veuve Joyeuse, the Merry Widow, on account of my late husband. They accuse me of murder. Self-defence, more like it. Does that shock you, my pretty?"
"No," said Cedo. "Nothing seems to do that any more." The woman laughed.
"Stay close by me and I'll make sure those hyenas leave you be."
The cell door opened, and the turnkey stood aside as a guard brought in a pail and a basket of bread, which was put on the table. The food was handed out: beans and hard, stale black bread. Tepid water, brown in colour, was all there was to drink. Cedo felt so desperate for a drink that she gulped down the water. It tasted revolting.
"Easy now,"
said her new friend. The beans made Cedo gag.
"If you don't eat, my pretty, you'll get ill and die,"
said the widow. Cedo tried again. Her stomach registered its protest, and she was violently sick.
"Didn't the maggots agree with you, then?"
sneered the turnkey. His dogs growled at her, showing their fangs. Cedo, without being able to help herself, was sick on the turnkey's shoes.
"You little lassie! You did that on purpose!"
He lifted his hand to slap her. The widow stepped forward.
"She's not well, can't you see that?"
And so tight was her grip on the turnkey's arm that he started to whine and call out for help.
"Anyway," said the widow, "your dogs have cleaned it up for you, so there's no cause for complaint, is there?"
That night, Cedo lay on her wooden board, her stomach still heaving, feeling that death would be preferable to this. She finally fell asleep. But at around 3 in the morning she was roughly woken by a guard. He grabbed hold of her arm and dragged her through the dormitory. Cedo couldn't help stumbling. Her leg hurt. Her head ached. She was taken up some stone stairs to a small door. The guard knocked and pushed her inside, closing the door behind her. It was dark in the room, but she knew instantly that she was not alone. There was a smell of expensive cologne that she recognized. "We meet again." A light was struck and a candle lit. There before her stood Citizen Kaliowski. He dusted down his tailored coat. "How do you find your new home?" he asked as a thin smile curled across his lips. Cedo averted her eyes. He repulsed her. His face waxwork smooth, a mask that hid the beast within. "You wouldn't be in this situation if your papa had been wiser. Such an ill-advised escape." Cedo said nothing. All she had to protect herself against him was silence. It comforted her to see a flicker of irritation cross his emotionless face. "I've seen your father. He is not himself. He believes me to be Lucifer, the all-powerful. In the circumstances, I have to take it as a compliment." He stopped, observing beads of sweat on her forehead. How pale she looked. "You will be glad to know that when your father wrote to me saying he wished to end the betrothal, I saw it as no more than a symptom of the madness that now afflicts him. I am a generous man, and my offer of marriage still stands. If you agree, I will make sure that the charges against you are dropped, and that you are both freed. I see no reason why your father should not live out his days at the chateau in Normandy." Sido began to feel icy cold, even though the room was hot and stuffy. Still, she remained silent. Kaliowski let out a mirthless laugh as he remembered the way her mother had stood before him all those years ago, when she had refused to become his mistress. She had paid a high price for that mistake. "I need a reply," he said. Sido felt as if the walls were slowly moving in on her as he came closer. "Don't flinch," she told herself desperately. "Stand tall. Think of Jan." She held her breath as Kaliowski stroked the side of her face, then her neck, pressing his thumb and forefinger into her soft flesh, feeling for her pulse. She knew from the power of his grip that he could strangle her with ease. Her quiet resistance was beginning to fascinate him. It seemed that he might have been wrong about her. Maybe, after all, she would turn out to be a worthy opponent. If she had fallen on her knees and begged for mercy, he would have despised her. Could it be that this girl was a more serious-minded version of her mother? The thought thrilled him. Oh yes, she was proving herself to be a prize worth waiting for. Instinctively, Sido turned her face away and tried to free herself. He took hold of her arms, pinning them behind her back so that she could not move. He said in a whisper, his lips brushing against her neck,
"There may be a way out of this prison, but there is no escape from me. I will be the first man to kiss you, to bed you,
whether you come willingly or not.
You will be mine, and mine alone. Do you understand?"
Sido could hardly hear the words above the whirling sound in her head. A wave of heaviness swept over her. She hoped that she had said, "I would rather die than marry you." She could not be sure, for all there was turned black.